So this is the news break or the continuation for February 2nd, 2022. I used the last drop of Tamari in this bottle. I have another 3 bottles, I believe, in the other storage area unopened. Yeah, approximately a half of a level teaspoon of Tamari was left, where I'm trying to remove this residue with it, or at least I tried so far. And the balsamic was working a bit better. I do love the smell of tamari. I would lick my finger, but I was already, I didn't wash this intermittently between the time I was doing this with the balsamic. You know what I mean? So my hands aren't the cleanest right now. It's not worth getting sick. You know what I mean? It's not worth the risk. Oh, there you go. It's sealed nice and tight. So this would be labeled as round 2. Just getting there. Okay. Oh man, oh man, oh man. The word hypothetical. Reverse engineer the word hypothetical. Casket. Now, was vitamin B6 just the theory, or does it actually work? Well, they would just do it based off of a statistic of people who really would find it, a need to see if it's beneficial. That's the way that they would be able to determine it. Let's see if they're actually benefiting from it. And it's not just for dream recall, with the way it helps translate tryptophan into serotonin, vice versa. It's like, there you go. Seems pretty good. Seems okay now. For now, it's fine. Wash this thing. I have to wash my hands first. Just having leftovers today of what I made 2 days ago. That eggless egg salad, with tahini in there and like vegan avocado mayo. I have leftovers, so I'm just going to mix it with pasta like I did the other day. It turned out good. It'll still be okay. I've had it left out at room temperature, sealed in that metal bowl with a plastic lid. The tamari and balsamic gets preserved pretty well. I believe garlic helps with the fermentation process along with the balsamic. The tamari is fermented already, so that's, it's like a pre-fermentation ingredient. Help, or starter, I guess you could say. But as a preservative, it's because the sodium content or the pickling of the balsamic and the sodium content in, let's say, the tamari sauce. The garlic behaves as like a antibiotic. There's phytoserotonins within the avocado mayo because the avocado contains phytoserotonin in it, which is kind of like similar to how mushrooms, they absorb sunlight, they transcode or have their own form of photosynthesis of translating the ultraviolet sunlight into vitamin D2 within the mushroom, where normally we can get it from the sun, and then our body translates it into vitamin D. So phytoserotonin in avocados behaves similarly to, let's say, how mushrooms develop vitamin D. It's serotonin already in the fruit. So I add tahini to the recipe to balance it out a bit. And tahini is packed with tryptophan. So that's how I make my recipes usually, the type of thought process that goes behind it. Otherwise, it's like, if you were to look at like a scale, the type that would, like the one in my portrait with the green beans and short grain brown rice being on one end, green beans on the other. And if you were to see one of them dip down and the other to go upward, that, let's say the avocado with the phytoserotonin in it, if I don't include the tahini with the extra tryptophan, it would be uneven. The scale would weigh more on one end than the other. So that's the way I perceive it. And that's how it actually functions. So when I add the tahini to it, it behaves more of a stabilizer to the recipe. So And sometimes when I add tahini to things, without, let's say, the vegan avocado mayo, that can, I believe, increase the serotonin levels as well, or otherwise known as the happy hormone in the brain. You know, it makes people laugh a lot, you know, like, think things are funny and stuff like that. It's not the same selective serotonin receptor that, let's say, lysergic acid diethylamide 25 would interact with. There's different serotonin receptors that, you know, certain chemical structures focus on, and then or excite. And it could be a problem, you know, with. And LSD-25, the precursor to that, it's semi-synthetic, meaning it can't really occur entirely in nature, but there's a precursor that occurs naturally within the ergotamine fungus that grows on rye and other glutinous grains, possibly. And they extract the fungus that grows on the rye, for ergotamine, and then they use that alongside with other things in a special laboratory to manufacture LSD-25. So, and that interacts with a certain selective serotonin receptor. And then basically that can cause what, from what I've read and from what I can relate to, is a cascading type of effect within the neurochemistry of one's brain. So it's kind of like if you can see like a set of, let's say, a person's brain in its natural state before taking, let's say, a hallucinogen like LSD-25. What would happen is it's kind of like looking at a set of dominoes. A set of like dominoes that is supposed to, when you knock one over, they would go like that. Well, let's say LSD-25 knocks into, let's say, one of the dominoes, and then it does that. That's how it like causes that type of thing. So there has to be some sort of label on this video of like a viewer's discretion to be advised, LSD-25. So those who have HPPD, where I had 25 years ago, if let's say I don't put that label on ahead of time, that they may not be prepared for what I'm about to say, which I had already, they would be able to, you know, pause the video if they think like it's a bad idea if they continue watching. So this is the end of the video, but maybe about a minute ago, they would have been able to predict ahead of time